I actually learned like how independent I want to be by being here. Like when I came here and they said there's no curfew, you could just leave. I said, are you serious? Like I never was able to do anything like that. But then I started seeing like, okay, but like we ain't about to feed you, so you gonna have to like you know budget your money, do something. We'll take you shopping one time, and then after that you gotta figure it out. So I'm like, okay. And I get stuck. So you gotta think like, okay, I gotta get a job. I gotta get this. Like it's real life stuff. And when I see adults, they really on the same stuff that like similar to what I'm on. And I'm like, okay, so I see you. You gotta work every day, and you go home because you gotta pay for rent. You gotta pay for this X Y Z. So it's like this place taught me like about the real world. Before when I was in foster homes, I was living in like an institutionalized mind, like thinking that you're supposed to be taken care of. Like I used to go in the kitchen and look for in upstairs. I used to go in the kitchen and look for forks, and in the drawer ain't no forks in there. Like I forgot, like I'm really in this. Like you're really independent. You do everything. It's really you. So being in Life Project taught me that, but it also taught me like figure out more things you need to do and understand what you want to do. When you get older, years down the line, not just next year or next month.
How would your life be different if there was no life project?
I'll probably be in a foster home, and I'll probably be working at some fast food place, spending my money on shoes. Honestly, I just learned more from being here. Like you got to be more smart. You got to think more about that. Like, but when I got here, Mr. Thad found out that I didn't have an ID. I couldn't get any jobs. I was trying to get a job. I couldn't get any jobs. Mr. Thad made sure I got an ID. I had an ID like within the first 2 weeks I got here. Because Mr. Thad made sure I got one. And he ain't had to do that. He could have told me to figure it out because I'm legally an adult. And he wouldn't have been looked at as wrong for saying that because it's really my responsibility. But he tried his hardest to help me. And even when I was feeling down, another good thing he did for me was like he took me to the mall just to get my mind off of it. And it really did get my mind off of it. I really stopped thinking about it. And I didn't even notice that I stopped thinking about it. But he knew that effect was going to happen. And I just feel like, he was one of the mentors that really like made me feel like, dang, like I really appreciated that. He drove to Cedar Hill 3 times, 3 back-to-back days to make sure I got my transcript to go to TCC. He also was driving me to TCC when I needed him to. So I just really appreciate people that like help me out when I do need them and go like beyond when they don't have to. Like I appreciate that because a lot of people aren't like that. My overall goal is to have the family of my dreams. So I figure if I just knock out the money component, then I'll have the most valuable thing, which is time. So I can have more time with my family. So it'll just all come together. So that's honestly my plan after Life Project. I want to be on my own, like just doing everything and just making sure everything all right. And I also want to remember mental health. I still want to go to therapy because I used to not like therapy, but I feel like that's gonna help in the long run. So after I leave the Life Project, I want to like go to therapy like regularly